Hello?
Hey, Misty. Can
Hello? Hi.
you hear
Now I
me?
can hear you.
Okay.
I'm having issues, man. Like, I got a new computer at work, and for some reason my microphone isn't working, so I'm using my phone and my video. But
Oh, shoot.
as long as everybody can see my screen, that's all that matters.
Yes.
You don't need to see me.
Russ is going to be on for a
I
minute.
know there are. You have a what?
I have a call real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, Araceli. I'm going to wait just a few minutes because I think there are a few other people going to join us. You hear ambulances, I'm okay. I'm just by the hospital, or actually by the fire station. So there's always noise. I am recording this too, so that way our goal is to, on the website, create, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look into it because I've never done it before, like a separate area that vendors will have a password to, so that way they can get to these types of things. Because our goal is to have more of these. I want to do one with the health department guys so people can ask questions about permits and cottage licenses and all of that. We want to do one with the lady at the state of Nebraska that does SNAP benefits and other types of benefits. We want to do a bunch of different ones for you guys. So that is the goal, is to figure out a way to do that. And maybe we'll find a way to do it tonight while I'm on here. Because I've just never really looked into it, but I'm sure that there is a way. Also, both Funny Farm and Araceli, are you guys in the future, and you don't have to talk if you don't want, but if you want to type it in, because I know Funny Farm doesn't have a microphone, are you in the future going to be doing like CSAs for customers, like subscription types of things like produce baskets or flowers or anything like that? Because I do have some advice on that as well. Oh, okay. So Araceli, you're planning on it. Hi, Angie.
Hi.
We're just waiting just a few minutes just to make sure nobody else is going to join.
Yeah.
I cannot get my camera to work, but whatever.
I have one thing on there.
Nope.
Oh, you never talked about it? Yeah. So like CSAs, like I've done them in the past for flowers. Like I think you grow produce, right? I don't know that you grow flowers, but you do bread and other stuff. So basically CSAs are community supported agriculture, which basically just means that you're doing like a subscription service for people. So when I first started my flower business, I did that. That was how I started up, because it really helped me get my name out there with people. And that way I already had my product sold before the season started. So there are pluses and minuses that I would be able to tell you about. But you can do them with, like, some people do them with produce, where people can pick up every week a box with whatever fresh produce you have that week, and then they pay you ahead of time for a subscription. So basically, like what I would do for flowers is people would say, you know, I want 5 of your bouquets next year, and they would pay me $100, which is $20 a bouquet ahead of time, and then I would use that money to buy seeds and whatever. So basically, they're just buying a share of your farm. That's how that works. And I would say the part of it that is stressful, and the reason I'm not doing it anymore, well, number one, I don't feel like I need to do it anymore because my name is kind of out there. It was really good for me to build my client base. And so I feel like that is a great thing to do. But now I'm just overwhelmed because I do this and I have a full-time job and everything. And so it's not something. And the other thing is, it can be stressful I would suggest not taking a huge amount of people at first. I took like 40 my first year. And so that's a lot. And that's a lot of stress when you're growing flowers, because if it's not a good year, then some weeks you don't have flowers and people want to know why you don't have flowers, etc. And so I would start out with maybe like 20 or 10 or whatever you feel comfortable with. It's definitely doable. And using a website would be good at selling that for you. And also, while we're not on the website yet, let me show you. This is Call Multiplier. This site, hold on. This app, I mean, it's not an app, it's a website. This is what I use to send you guys text. So basically you purchase like however many, so if you only had 20 subscribers, you could buy the cheapest plan, which is like $12 a month or something. And then you can add them in here. So you'll see this is where all of you are. So when I get a text from you, it tells me, because I've entered in who you're with. And then that way I can send messages to all of you all at once, or I can pick people. Like if I picked one of you, Allie, I could just send one just to that person. And so I would suggest that if you do a subscription, doing this, because then you could send out a weekly text like, hey, are you picking up a box this week? And they could reply yes or no. Then you're not dealing like I did with emails and Facebook messages and texts and calls, because it gets confusing. So I would suggest doing this if you do plan on doing that. And also you can always reach out to me if you have any other questions about subscriptions, because it is definitely a great way to get your name out there. That is for sure. And as far as pricing, like for my flowers, I did $20 a bouquet. So like I offered 5 bouquets, so it's 110 for 200, etc. And I did it up to 20, which I wouldn't do. I wouldn't suggest. But for produce, you could reach out to Chad Nabity. He owns Grand Island Acres, because he does produce boxes. So maybe he has a website where you could see how much he charges, because I'm not for sure on produce. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started because I am recording this as well. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about is building a website. So I use Squarespace, and the reason I've chosen Squarespace because there are many other ones out there, and I've used other ones, but this one seems to be the best because it's integrated with PayPal, Venmo, Square. So if you have a Square reader that you take credit card payments through, it's all able to be combined together. So it just kind of just makes sense to use it, and it's really user friendly as far as I'm concerned. So if you look here, this is just their page where it talks about the different pricing for the market. Actually, for both of my websites, I use this one, this plus one, and that's simply because I have other people that I let use it, like go on it and make changes, and so I have to have more than one contributor. And then also the credit card rates and things go down the bigger the plan. But this over here, like this most expensive one, that would only be necessary if you were planning on selling a lot on your website. Otherwise I wouldn't suggest it. I really think these first two are good for most people, because you have access to pretty much everything. Like you'll be able to get your domain for free, which you'll get to when you go to sign up. You'll be able to enter in what domain you want. Like mine is lilyrosegi.com, and then I have farmersmarketgi.com too. So they'll let you pick, and they'll tell you if it's available or not, but it's part of that price. So you won't have to pay anything extra for that. And then both of those two first levels will allow you to set up a store. So if you want to set up a store and sell things online, you can do that with both of those. And those first two, they have the same credit card rates, but this first level has a 2% rate on transactions on your store, like additional to this. So if somebody uses a credit card, you're going to get this and this. So I don't use these, but you could, like if you want to do a blog that people can pay for, or you want to do anything like that, like a membership for people to have like exclusive access to certain content. Like maybe you have a farm and you want to do videos about how to grow things, but you want to charge people maybe $5 to watch it or something like that. That's where this comes in. That's where this digital content and membership transaction. So you can see down here, both of these will allow you to sell products and services, send invoices, and the invoices are awesome. I just started using them. But like I can go, and I'll show you when we get in there. that you can send an invoice to somebody and it goes to their email and they can pay right there, like perfectly. So like that helps a lot as well to collect money. And then here, that's that sell content and memberships. Over here, this is professional shipping. I don't ship anything, but Angie, you could, I guess, if somebody out of town wanted to buy your candy. So maybe the second level would be good for you. Everybody else that's on here, it would probably just be this one because I don't think most of you would be shipping anything, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to show you what the back end of Squarespace looks like. So like you see the front end as the customers are, this is my Lily Rose front end. That's what it looks like. This is the farmer's market front end, which I'm sure you've all seen. Now let's look at what the back end looks like. So when I log into, and it also, if you have any questions at any time, just type it in the chat. If I don't see it because of how my screen is, just talk too. I know Funny Farm, you don't have a microphone, but anybody else, and I'll try, or just let me know if somebody else sees a chat. Okay, so this is what the back end of my website looks like. So I just type in squarespace.com, log in, and then this is where it is. So you'll see these are my 2 domains that I own. Well, Farmers Market owns this one and then me. And then this is what my dashboard looks like. So if I want to go make changes in this one, I click on that and this one. So let's go into Lily Rose, because they both kind of serve 2 different things. So basically, this is what it will look like when you go in there. So it's going to look a little bit different. And you'll see right here where it says pages. So this is where you can, if I click that, you're going to see these are all the pages that see. If it's not highlighted, that means I've deactivated it because I'm not doing subscriptions anymore. And right now I'm not doing these either. So that's why. And then, so the ones that are highlighted are the ones that you will see on my actual page. So if I wanted to make changes to this home page, I would just go up here to edit. And then what you're going to see now, which confuses, it confused me for a long time, but it kind of splits everything up into blocks. So like this top one, this is the site header. And once you design this, it's going to carry over on every page. Like you're not going to have to add it to each page. It's the header, the footer does the same thing. And so those will automatically go on every page. So when you go to do this, this is just implementing what you have over here. So if I wanted to add another page, I could just say a blank page and I could build it myself, which is usually what I do. Or I could hit page layout and it's going to give me several different options. So if I just want to like tell my story and put some pictures in, I could pick one of these, and you can alter this once you get in there too, if you don't exactly like their exact design. But it just kind of gives you different templates. So I would suggest like this would be like an opening page where you could tell your story, you could show pictures, things like that. If you wanted, I don't know that any of you are going to need this, but maybe Araceli, if you did wedding consults or something like that, you could book appointments on your website. This also could be kind of like what we talked about up here, you know, introducing yourself, pictures of you and your family or whoever helps you. You could use this one. And then there's also a contact one, which is kind of like one of your last pages that you could add in, where how do people get to you? And you can choose just to like list your information. You can choose a form where they can type in. And also, you don't have to do this page because you can also add these forms on any page that you want, and I can show you how to do that. But this is just a simple way to say, hey, you know, this is how you get to me in order to buy my products. This is how we can work together on whatever types of things you want to do. This you could do for your service page. So, you know, I offer, what do you offer? And this could list that out. You could be like a Funny Farm, it could be bread and jellies or jarred items, and it could be, you know, whatever else you do, and you could list it out here. And just because there's only 3 here, once you got in there, you would be able to add to it. And we'll go into some of these too. I've never used this one. Oh, so this is like if you wanted to sell, like I talked about earlier, somebody can buy a subscription to like your site, or you could probably use this if you wanted to do a CSA. I've never seen this, but if you look right here, you could probably change that into, oh, you want to buy a subscription for my produce? here's where you can do it. Giving pages. The farmers market is a nonprofit, so we may add something like this, so people can donate and things like that. So most people aren't going to need that. This is if you just want to do a gallery of photos, and you could do little descriptions. And again, we're going to click into some of these, and we're also going to look at what I already have in there. This is meet our team. So like, again, if your kids help you, or your husband, or you have staff or anything like that, you would be able to put them in here easily. And again, don't let these, the way they look fool you. Like if you only have you can definitely take this part out and just make it you, and I'll show you how to do that. This is if you want a place for people to be able to leave reviews. Actually, no, take that back. This is where you can put people's reviews. So if people leave you reviews on Google, or they leave you reviews on Facebook or whatever, or they just tell you at the market, hey, I really loved what you did, and I really loved what I bought from you last time, you would be able to capture that here. And it just kind of lends credibility to your business. Menu, this is obviously focused towards people that are cooks and things like, or restaurants. But you could alter this if you wanted to and say, like I do that edible cookie dough, so I could say, oh, my menu for this week is chocolate chip, blah, 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 blah. So you could do that, you know, if you had different types of sourdough or jellies or flours or whatever, you could definitely do that. This is just for RSVPing, which I've never used. So like if you were throwing an event or something, you could direct people to this page. Kind of like what I did with this Zoom meeting, where you could go on our website and just say that you were interested in coming. This is if you have like frequently asked questions that you want to answer for people. You know, like when's your growing season? You know, things like that you could just answer for people. So that way you don't have to field those questions one-on-one. So if there are like common questions about your business, you could put those things here. I don't use this, but you could use a privacy policy in terms of service, but I don't foresee that most of you would need to do that. I could be wrong. So anyways, let's go back in here. So we're in here. So this is, I think I just created a blank page when I did this, and then I just created it. So if I wanted to alter my header, I would just hit this, and it won't let me like change these, because I assign the pages back here. So again, if I added another one, and let's say I just do, let's just do a portfolio. And we say, oh wait, let me get out of here. Hold on. I'm gonna try this way. All right, so we want to add a page. Let's do a blank page. Oh, now see, it's showing that we can name it. So let's say, oh, and I just cleared out of it. So I'm gonna put here, Zoom meeting. Zoom meeting. And now you're going to see that is going to pop up here. And if let's say this was my contact page and I wanted to move it to the end of I would just pull it down to wherever I want it to be. And it's going to move it wherever I want it there. And so I'm going to pull it back up, and then we're going to look here. So now if you go over to my actual site, like the front end that customers see, you're going to see Zoom meeting. Now, when I'm working on this, you aren't going to see, like if I start, okay, we're going to go into this. If I start editing this page, like say you're just starting a website, you don't have to publish it yet. So you may see, like when you're first starting, you're going to have to build it, and then you're going to publish your entire site. So no one's going to be able to look up your domain name that you've got until you publish it for the first time. So like, if you just want to start out with a main page and like a very bare bones, that's totally fine. You are safe doing that. You are safe building it. Just because I created this, people on the front end, they can see this, but as long as I'm still editing it and I haven't published it yet, that's all they're going to see. They're not going to see the meat in here that I'm going to add. So let's say, okay, so let's say I wanted to edit this. I could switch out my logo with something else just by hitting this and going here and then saying replace. And then I could, this is my library because I have lots of photos in here. So let's say I wanted to change my logo up there. I would be able to go on this and I would just be able to click whatever I want. And I would be able to add, and you'll see there it is. And then if I go to the front end again, you're not gonna see it here. So no one's gonna see you like actively working on it unless you publish it. Okay, so I am going to put that back before I jack up my entire website. Anyways, okay. Now I just gotta, so you'll see these are all, so once you start adding photos in for all your pages, they'll stay in here as a catalog of your photos. So that way, you know, if you want to change like just a couple, probably right before Christmas, I changed the entire look of my website. And luckily I already have all this stuff in here. So it was pretty easy to just change the entire like aesthetic of what my website looks like. Well, I may just come back and fix my logo because it's probably all the way at the bottom. Okay, so now we've changed this. Let's see how this looks. It doesn't look right. So that's why I would use more like this is meant for a logo. And if any of you don't have a good logo, all you have to do is go on Canva, which I know I've shared with you guys before. Canva, you can use Canva for free even. I have an account because I have several businesses that I run, but if you wanted to, you could just go to canva.com and just buy a logo. So if you wanted to do a logo for yourself, just click on logo on Canva. And then they will come up with ideas for you. And if you don't like any of them, that's fine. You can create your own too. But the nice thing about this is you can look through here. Let's say, oh, I sell produce. I could put that in here and it's going to give me ideas for a produce farm. Candy. See if there's anything for candy. So like for freeze-dried candy, here's some ideas. Again, if you don't like it, that's fine. But let's say that Angie loves this one. So you could just go in here and you'll be able to edit that. So if you don't like that candy, you could delete that one and you could go over here to elements and type in candy. And you could go here and pick an entirely new candy to stick there instead. And why I'm showing you this is because of the logo that you're probably going to want for the top of your website is going to need to have probably a transparent background just to make it look good. So that way it doesn't look like this. So let's say we like this one. We're going to keep it and we're going to go to share. And again, I'm recording this so you guys will have access to this because I know I talk fast. And you would be able to download it. And when you download it, you would just say transparent background here and hit download. And it's going to come up here to my downloads once it's done. And then I'm going to be able to go in here and I'm going to say, I'm going to replace this and upload file instead of choosing one because I don't have it in there yet. And then I'm going to go to downloads. And here's my new one with a transparent background. And now you'll see, now we look right again. So that's how that works. Okay, so now let's go down here. So we're building a blank page. So we're gonna wanna add elements. So you can add all kinds of things. This is actually meant for the header. So you'll see on mine that I have Facebook, email me. This is my cart. So when people have things in their cart, they can see it on all the pages. This is because I have a plugin where people can translate my website over to Spanish. But what we're doing right now is that. So if I want to edit my design, so like, okay, this is still the header that we're looking at. So this is what I'm on right now for my layout. Let's say I wanted my logo on the left. You would be able to just do that. So again, if I wanted a different look to this, I could go here and I could pick whatever type whatever look. And you know, you have to like save up here, so you're not going to hurt it. You know, you can always go hit exit and not save, and it'll go back to how it was originally. But that is an easy way to do that. And then this is like, see, these are like links. So that's if I wanted to like spread things out more. If I wanted to do that, you know, like however you want it to look, really. And then if you want different things, like this will make the height of my border or my header taller or shorter, depending on what I want. So yeah, that's just how you do it. And let's say you wanted to change it. So you pick like, when you set up your website, you're gonna pick like different color schemes. And we can look at that too. But you can pick. So like if I wanted it to be a gradient of my colors, because you kind of pick like your business colors, and then it will like let you pick from that whenever you're adding elements. So yeah. And then I'm gonna hit edit page. Hold on. No, I don't want that. Hold on a second. I'm gonna exit out of this before I start jacking up my whole site. Okay. So if I want to add a section, now you can see that's here. So if I wanted to add a section, we just click there. And again, that same screen that we looked at before is going to be right here. So if I wanted to add any of these types, I could do that. So let's say I wanted to add, let's say, where was that one? Wait. Oh, let's do products. Okay. So let's say I wanted to do one of these. I want to showcase what some of my products are. And again, if you don't like any of these, you can always just build a blank page up here. And then let's just do a blank one. Okay, so now you have this blank section. Again, these are blocks. So this top block is going to carry over to every page. So once you set this up, it's automatically going. That's your header page. And this down here is your footer page. And again, that is going to carry over to every single page. So if you edit either of those on one page, it's going to carry over to every page. So now this section is the one we're going to edit, and this is only going to be for this page. So I would hit add block. And let's say I want to add a picture. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to my pictures, and I'm going to do one about I'm selling flowers at Create 308 showcase this weekend, and I want to talk about it. So there, I've added that. Okay, and let's say I want to edit this photo because maybe I want it bigger. Let's look and see. So now I could hit fill, which kind of makes it like that. And then we could put it in a shape, like a circle. We could stretch it. You could stretch it on any of those, and it makes it a little bit bigger. And then if I go back here, I could attach a link. So let's say if you look here, this is for Create 308. If you go to my website and you go to the shop tab, you'll see that the only things I have on here for Create 308. And let's say we want to link that picture to this bouquet. I would just go into that bouquet, copy and paste this link. Right here. And there you go. So now when, like, okay, let's save this. Now this is published now because I did that. Now I'm going to go over here to my actual page, and you're going to see this. If I click on it, it's going to take me to that product. So yeah, so that's how that works. All right, now we're back in the back end. So let's say we want to add over here. Let's add, hey, oh, here, and now you'll see that you can like make this bigger. So these are like guides trying to like show you what's equal and, you know, whatever, like scale. All right, so I'm going to make that a bit bigger, and I'm going to say Create 308 showcase this weekend. Let's say fill out the form below, and then we'll just say that. Now, like say you wanted to do a form of some kind, this is how you would do it. So now we can add this form. I don't know why it's laying it over there, but so now we can add a form so people can reach out to you and say, hey, I want to buy something from you at this. So if you want to change any of this, all you do is click on the form and hit this, and you'll see here. So edit form fields. And now I can say, hold on. No, I don't think that's what I want. Oh, right here. So if I don't want their name, I want something else, I could change it here and say, I want address. Wait, actually, let's not do that. But yeah, so edit form fields, sorry. And we're gonna say this address. And you can say, okay, so like sometimes you guys will see, like when you fill out your vendor application online, sometimes the field is required, which in the past I've made mistakes for saying that you have to, it's required for you to say if you have a trailer and what size, and that made it so you guys couldn't submit your form. So make sure that you're only having this button over if it is an actual field that you want it to be required. Otherwise, when somebody goes in here, if you don't necessarily need their address or their name, it's going to make them do it before they can submit it. So make sure to turn that off if it's a field that you don't need. Okay, so what we're looking at now, this is for this entire thing. So this form is required, but these individual things, this is the email. So do you want the email to be a required thing? Do you not? You can like switch it like that. And also, let's say you wanted instead for them to put here their business name. You can do that. And you can go back and now you see it's still there. Let's say that you're throwing a party, or let's say, okay, so you can see here, these are the different things you can do. So here's where I would say checkbox. And instead of calling it checkbox, I would say, do you need a space for a trailer for your, for as a vendor? And then you could say options, and then you go in there and you say yes. Oh, sorry. Yes. You would put whatever options that you want to give people. If you wanted to have a third one, like maybe, you could do that too. And again, once you go back, you're going to want to say that one is required or not required. And if you want, you can also add things in here too, and it's going to put it there. So like, please describe the size of your trailer, whatever you want to put in here to expand on what you're doing as your form. You can do that here. If I wanted to take an entire, like maybe I just want people's names and emails, because maybe I want to start like a blog or something, I can delete things out of here too to make it shorter. Just click on that, click on delete, and you can take out whatever fields that you don't want. Okay. So now let's see what other types of blocks there are. So obviously we did image. You can do just a text box like we did up here. You could add a video, like on my Lily Rose page, on my Weddings by Lily Rose, I had a professional video done when I first started. And so if you scroll down, you will see this video. And so that would be a place for you to add a YouTube video, or maybe you just took a video of yourself, like at the market, like a market type video, you could put that here, or maybe just a little short video of you farming or making bread or whatever. You could add that there. Okay. So that would be how to do that, a video. This again is a form. So if you wanted to do a form of any kind, you would be able to build that with this. I've never done audio, but you could probably add, like, I would guess if you're like a musician or something, you could add like audio of yourself, or you could look into that too. This is if you want to start a newsletter, which is also something that you can do. You would be able to say, hey, and actually I do have this on both websites. Just because it's a great way, doing this on a page is a great way for you to collect email addresses. So that way, moving forward with your business, if you ever run a sale or you ever, do anything big or move or have some exciting news, you are going to be able to go in the back end of your website and see everyone's email that have subscribed to your website. And that's going to allow you to reach a ton of people at once. So again, you don't have to have it look like this. You can hit this edit and you'll see, maybe I want to say, subscribe to my page and follow my story. And then we could say that, and there it is. And so this will show up on my website. Again, Lily Rose, I think that I definitely have it on some of my pages because I can show you too. I just looked at that the other day because I hadn't looked at it in a couple years, and I have a ton of people's email address. So like I got hacked, for instance, I still don't have a Facebook page for Lily Rose. That would be an excellent way for me to reach out to a huge amount of people all at once and say, hey, I got hacked, I'm not gone, whatever you want to say. And I'll show you how you find those here in a minute. So yeah, if you wanted to do that, if you wanted to add a block of any kind, so like on the Facebook or on the website for the market, I have a scrolling thing on the front page. You can add those anywhere. If you want to scroll something across, all you would have to do is hit that scroll button, and it would add that to it. If you want to do just a line, a quote, on the website for Farmers Market, you can see about, under the About tab, I have a map. So basically, you could add that anywhere that you want to say where you're located, or say, hey, I'm going to be at the market this weekend or every weekend. Here is where it is. And you would be able to add a map. So let's say you want to add a map. All it is this, and then you click on it up here, and then you add whatever address. So like this is my home address. I could enter that in, and now, there you go. Now it's going to show exactly where I live. And again, you can change the design of this too, like that's gray. Let's say I want it to look like this, or I want it to look like this. There's several looks that you can have. So that's where you would change that. Like I said, this Squarespace is very, very user-friendly. And also you have me. So if you have any questions or anything like that, I can always answer them over the phone, or we can Zoom together, and I can help you. So yeah. So now we have that. Let's say we don't like it there. We want to move it over here. And that's fine. Now maybe I decided I don't want this anymore. I don't want to do this on this page. That's okay. It's gone. So it's really, really user-friendly. And now once we have a few, these are called blocks. That's what I call them. Now let's say I want this over here, and I want to move the map up, and maybe I want this down here, because I'm going to add another image up here that I think goes better up here. So I'm going to add something else up here. And I would hit add image, and also this is what I wanted to show you. They have a gajillion stock images that are free with your website. So, if you're just starting out with a business and you don't have a ton of photos, or you want just to use a stock image for something, like when we first started the farmers market page last year, we didn't have photos because we hadn't done one yet. So when I built the website originally, I added, these types of photos, and you'll see there's a million different things that you can add. And then again, if I wanted, let's say I wanted to direct people, hey, click here and to go to the farmers market page, all I would do was, again, go to the farmers market page, copy and paste that into here. And now when people are on the page, Hold on. Now when people are on here, they can click that tab and it's going to take them to the farmer's market page. So that's a really easy way to, you know, if you have partner businesses, or like Angie, your daughter-in-law, I think does a business too, and maybe you guys want to join them together or link each other in things or whatever. That's just an easy way to do it. Also, you can link the farmer's market into yours. Like, hey, I participate in the Grand Island Farmers Market, and then you could link it. Or you could link them to this page, the market calendar events page. So that way, hey, you can check, like click here to see if I'm going to be at the market this week, because this is where I list who is going to be at the market every week. So that would be a good idea too. Also, please speak up if you have any questions. I don't even know if any of you are on here anymore. I could have bored everybody. Oh no, look, there's all kinds of people now. Yay. Okay. So anyway, I hope this is helpful, because I know it would have been for me when I was doing it. So yeah, so that's how you build a page. Again, you can always choose a layout. If you want to change things around, things like that, you definitely can. Or you can just, like we just did, we just built one ourselves. So yeah. Okay, let's do another thing. So let's say we're done with this section and now we want to add something else. So you see how when I scroll right here, because now this is the footer, you can see that I can add another section in here. So I could say, oh, I want to on this page, I think I'm going to do, let's do a contact page. Okay, so let's say we want to do this on this page as well. So now we're adding another block. So now you'll see we have this block, the header, which again will carry over to everything. We have the footer down there, this new one that we did just for this page, and now we have this third one down here. So now this is a template. So up here we used a blank page. Here is what a template looks like. So if I wanted to change this out with one of my pictures, I would just go here and I would say replace. And you can do upload from your mobile. You can do all of these. So let's say I want to add this picture. And I'm going to say this. There you go. And again, if I wanted to do a link or I wanted to make it into a shape, etc., I would be able to do that there. And then down here, you can see in order to change this, all I have to do is that. And now I can say like whatever I want. Okay, now let's say I wanted to fix this. I want to make it italic. Maybe I don't want it so big. Heading 1 is the biggest, and this goes down to the smallest. So like paragraph is that, and like that. These are the only size options that you have. Like there's not a way to like change the font size. Those are your choices. And when you go in to create your website, you are going to pick a kind of a style that you want to go for. And with that style is going to come the font that comes with it. So like I used to have like a more traditional website and I kind of wanted it to look more modern. And so that's why I have this type of lettering. But you're not going to have a way, like when you do a Word document or something, you're not going to have a way to like have much of a choice on that. This is colors. Again, these are the palette that is coordinated with this template that we pulled up. So like see those colors are all pulled from this. But let's say I have a color I want to use. I'm going to pick this and you can like scroll wherever. Hold on. Allie's texting us. Okay. But yeah, so you can scroll over wherever you want and you can make it whatever color you want. And now once I did that, I think that it might add it to my palette. Maybe not. No, but it did keep it here. So yeah. So let's say I want to, again, you can put a link to this. So I want to link that to something. You can do that. You can underline it. You can make it bigger. Things like that. And again, now you're down into this, and again, this is a form. So what it's going to look like it did up at the top, where you're able to put different form fields in. Let's say I wanted to add a survey, which I do need to add a survey to our website for vendors from last year to let us know how we did and if there's things we can change. But yeah, let's say we want to do a survey, and then this is what, let's go down. This is what the survey looks like, which I've never done. And here is where we would be able to say, option 1, do you think the DI area farmers market was a success last year? And then people would be able to just say yes or no, or you could change these too. So let's say, maybe you can't change those, but you can definitely change all of this. And again, you'll say, yes, this is required, or no, it isn't. You would be able to undo that. Yeah, so that's basically how you build a page. I'm going to exit out of here without saving, so there's not so much for me to fix. I want to see if, I don't remember. Okay, I'm back onto here. Remember how we clicked pages and that's how it got us to here? And again, so like I have in the past offered certain things that I don't offer right now. So maybe there's certain times of the seasons where you want to have a page that offers certain things. Like I used to offer private parties and workshops. You don't have to delete the page, you know, because maybe you want to start doing that again someday. So you would go here to like the settings next to that tab, and you would be able to enable or disable that page. And so now I enabled it. So when we go back into Lily Rose, you will see that page again, and it's just that simple. So again, like if there's certain times of the year where you offer certain things, that's a great way, and then it doesn't stress you out like I have to build that page all over again. You know, you can make changes easily, but you can easily do that. You can see on this page when I used to have it, you would be able to do this, and again, that's how you schedule stuff online, which we saw that you can do. This down here, you know, tell me about the party you want to have. And then you could add a gallery or a portfolio down at the bottom.
You warm?
Where you could.
You're
What's
good?
that?
Oh, sorry.
What?
No,
okay.
I'm just listening. I'm in the car driving home from a soccer game. I'm just listening.
Okay. Yeah, so you can add a portfolio down here at the bottom and just add as many pictures as you want. So this is these are pictures of when I used to do workshops and things like that. So again, you can go, and Allie, we're recording this too, so you'll have it.
Perfect.
So yeah, so that's how you would do that. I'm gonna go, now I'm totally lost. Okay, so that is how you would do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and disable that page again, so I don't have people messaging me because I don't want to do those anymore. But yeah, so that's how you do it. Okay. So, and again, if I wanted to move these around, all you do is drag them around and you can put them in whatever order you want. And you'll see here I did pages on my web, or links on my website that link you to the farmer's market page and my edible cookie dough page. So you can definitely do those. Feel free to add the farmer's market as a link to your website. Totally cool. Okay, so let's go back. So that was our pages. Okay, here's where I wanted. So let's say you do a Squarespace website. It's going to have you do this right when you sign up, like you're going to pick styles, etc. But this is how I went and changed the aesthetic of what my website looks like before Christmas. So I can go to styles, and it's going to show, hopefully, over here, different ideas. I don't know what it's doing. There we go. So this is like, it doesn't look like much, but like here, you can pick like what colors you want to work with. And you'll see here on the left, this is the font. This is the font that you're going to get when you pick these different styles. So you could pick, like, let's say this. And then see here, it's going to show you the font that you're getting. So that is your font. And let's say you want to change all of these different things. You definitely can. I don't, because I don't really know what all of it means. But let's say you wanted to have, you know, your letters be smaller, like to have choices to have smaller letters. You would be able to do that there. Okay, I'm going back. These are the colors. Let's say you really love this this font, but you don't like these colors. You should, oh, here we go. Now, instead of these, you can choose from some of these preset ones, and basically they just have those because they think those look good together. So let's say I want one of these. You would just click on it, and those would be your choices. If you want to do custom, then all you would do is, hold on, maybe I don't know how to do that, but you can do from image. Remember when I showed you how that image kind of correlated with that? Let's say you have a logo or something like that that you want to put in here. Oh, let's use this candy one. So I'm going to put that one in there, and it's going to assign the colors that match my brand. So I really suggest, if you don't have a really nice logo, go into Canva. Again, I pay like $14 a month to have access to everything. But if you just go on there, you can open an account for free. And then let's say you want to use certain images that cost, they're like $1 or $2. So it might cost you like $10 to make a logo, but to have it here and to make it look cohesive with your brand, I think is really reasonable. So that's how you would pick your colors. So now we've done that. And here, I don't really mess with this, but let's see. Okay, what it's going to do, I think, is it's going to show us. So you can see I picked that, but it just kind of all goes together. So I don't suggest really messing with that, because you can always change those once you're in each page. So yeah, so that's how, but you can see this is if you want to add a button like shop now or whatever type of button, or, you know, email me or something like that, you can choose the way your button looks. So let's say I want it like this one kind of like curves out. I've never seen that one, but there you go. But yeah, you can do all kinds of things. And again, you can change this at any time, so don't worry about having to set this all up at once. I would pick your theme and kind of like look at that, but you can see there's a ton of different ones. Well, there's not too many, but you get to change all of it. So they're just kind of basic. You know, once you change them into your colors, it's going to look totally different. I think this last time I used this one, that's why I set it at the top. Yeah, I'm kind of boring. Okay, I'm gonna close out of this maybe, and hope I didn't do anything crazy. All right, and I'm not gonna publish, and I'm not gonna save, because I don't know what I just made changes to. I'm just gonna exit. All right, assets. I don't know what that means. So sorry. Oh, it's all my photos. There you go. So it's just your photo library. Products. Oh, this is where I sell stuff. So if you want to build a store of any kind, you can do that here. So we have our vendor store that you guys have been getting or paying your fees through. This is my Lily Rose store. You can do all kinds of things through here. So if I look here, these are the only products. So these are the people that have ordered from me last. These are the products that I recently added for the showcase, the dance showcase that I'm doing. And you can see this is how much revenue I've gotten off my website in the past 30 days, how many orders I've gotten in the past 30 days, and the average amount of the order is right here. Now let's say I'm going to show you. So if I hit on products, you're going to see a list of the 4 products that you will find on my site. So if you go to my site from the front end, you'll see that there are 4 items, and that is what you are seeing on the back end. Man, I'm losing my spot. There we go. Okay, so let's say you want to add a product to your shop. So you just hit add product. let's say some of you do services. I don't know what all you guys offer, but you can do this. Like I do wedding consults, but I do them for free. But if you wanted to charge for some sort of consult or something like that, you wanted to offer a download for somebody to download, maybe you made a short little video about how to sow seeds or some kind or something like that, you'll be able to add that to your shop. Like there's a flower farm in Iowa that did that. They just do these little short videos. Like I've bought one about how they wrap their market jars and things like that. So if you do like a tutorial of some kind, you could add that here and just assign a price to it, and that's how people would gain access to it. If you sell merch, gift cards, things like that, and retreats, whatever. So I usually do physical because I'm selling something that's a physical item. So say I want to add market bouquet, pick up this Saturday at the GI area farmers market from 9 to 3, and I want to add a picture of perhaps the colors that I have in the garden right now. We'll say this, and now I add that photo. You can add other photos. So like if you, like for my Create 308 stuff, I also added this into there, and this is their, this is what they came up with for it. And then if, let's say, I don't want this to be my featured image, I want something else, you can always change that by clicking on this and picking a different image to be your featured. All that means is when you go to the front end, see how these first pictures, that's my featured. Whatever is showing up here is what I picked as my featured, and if I hover over it, the next ones will show up in line. So whatever picture you want to choose for that front part. And then here is where I put what price. So let's say just a $20 market bouquet. If you ever want to put anything on sale, you can do that and say, oh, this week they're on sale for 15. And let's say I can only make, let's say I only can make like 10 bouquets. I don't want to oversell. So you're gonna have to take this off, and that will allow you to adjust the quantity. So there you go. Now we can only do 10. And you can do other things. I've never done anything with variants. Oh, I know what that is because I did that before. Let's say you were selling a t-shirt. You made t-shirts for your business, and with a t-shirt, there's different sizes. So you need to have variants. Here, you would be able to say, oh, I want to do color. You can pick white, black, navy. Let's say I want to do size, small, medium, large. So that's how you would do that. So let's say I want to do small. There that is, etc. And now I want to do color, and it's going to let you assign those. And that's what those variants are. This is if you wanted to offer a subscription to like your page. Or no, I'm sorry. This could be used for subscriptions for flowers, actually. Create subscription. I think this is new because I don't think I've ever had to use this. You could say a one-time purchase. So maybe you're selling subscriptions. So let's say right now you're thinking, oh, I'm going to sell subscriptions for this upcoming season. I want to offer a 5 bouquet one for $100. I want to offer a produce box every week for 5 weeks, whatever. You could do one-time purchase and just put in the price there, and it's going to let you do that. But I've never done that, so I don't know specifically. This is only if you're going to be shipping things that you need to do this, where you would put in how much a product weighs, so that way it can calculate shipping for you when somebody puts in their address. This is categories. So if you look on my Lily Rose page, you will see up here where it says Create 308. That is because I did categories. So like the other day, I had other things on here, like I had business subscriptions up here. So if I had a big shop, but I wanted to categorize things, it would list the categories up here. So if a shopper comes in here and they just are strictly looking for Create 308, they could click on that and it would bring these items up. And see, now it says this up here. You can add as many categories at the top of your shop as you would like, and that's how it will do that. I already have some categories in here. See, Create 308. So if I wanted to add another one, I can do that. There we go. And now I've added that category. So now every time I go in, no matter when, it's going to give me 2 options. And then if you get to a point where I'm like, oh, I don't want that anymore, I'll delete it. There you go. So you can add categories. You don't have to, especially if you have a small shop. You don't need to. Sometimes when I have more things, I like to just because it's easier. This is if you want to add tags. I don't really do it, but let's say you want to add keywords that people could type in to like show up in your store. Like say I wanted only bouquets or something like that. You can add tags there. You can connect a tax extension that will calculate tax for you, and it will add it into each time a person purchases. It's going to add it into their price and show you, so that way you can report that to the state or whatever and pay those, and it will calculate all your taxes at the end of the month on the back end of this as well. Yeah, and you can add, so like, again, we're on the specific item that we're doing, this market bouquet. You could add to where you kind of are like upselling people right here. Like, let's say, oh, the customer's in there going to purchase this. Let's also suggest that they purchase this too. So then you could add that. And now when that person goes in there, it's going to say, hey, we see you like this. Maybe you want this too. Maybe you want to add this on too. So that's how you custom sell. This is if you want to like connect Pinterest or Facebook to have your shop show up over there. I don't have that right now, but if you wanted to, you could do that, and it's automatically going to do it. So let's say you do that. Anytime you come back here and you delete items or add new items, it's going to automatically do that over on Instagram too. This I use for this custom forms. You can see I have some in here. Like one time I did flowers for the Mamma Mia musical at Northwest. And so I created a form. So that way this form would pop up when somebody checks out. And I can show you what it looks like. So let's save this. And we're going to publish it so I can show you guys on the front end what this looks like. Okay, I'm going to refresh, and now our item should show up. Oh. I'm an excellent teacher, aren't I? Okay, where's it at? The heck? Okay, well, why isn't it showing up? It's there. Oh, because we didn't assign it to Create 308, and we're in the Create 308 tab. Okay, that makes sense. So now here it is, and you can see this is what it looks like because we put it on sale. Now when we're in here, we're going to see this is what we called it. It's on sale. You're going to pick it up here. We suggest that you buy this too, so maybe you want to add that too. And then, okay, we're going to add this to our cart so I can show you. This is that form that I just showed you for Mamma Mia. So like I say, please indicate what showtime you're picking up. You could say, please indicate what time, or you could offer like let's say you're doing produce subscription boxes or something, and you have 2 days a week during certain times that they can pick up. You could say, please indicate which date you want to pick up and then offer 2 dates, and then the customer will put it here. This form is also what I used when you guys on the market page check out on the vendor store to buy your vendor fees. This is what I used so that way you guys can tell me what business you're with. So yeah, that's what that form is for. So if you want more specifics, that's what it's for. I also did like a form for when I make corsages for different events that people can say, oh, she's wearing pink, or she, so that way I know what color of corsage to make. So, and again, you can create a new form. So if you want a new form that says GI, wait, why isn't it? GI, oh gosh, GI area farmers market. Let's do checkbox. I'm going to pick, let's say pickup date, February 8th, because that's when our next indoor market is. And then here we can say yes, no, other. And then that way, and say that, yes, this is required, etc. And now you see that form is available. So now anytime I go to create if I want to add a form to an item, those are going to be choices for me. Like, it's not going to go away just because I'm not selling that item anymore. It logs it in here for you. So that way you can always come back to it and you can always use it again. And it will only go onto your item if you highlight it like this and you hit apply. Otherwise, it's not gonna show up. What else? All right, I'm gonna go out of here. Wait, let's not go out. Okay, so you can see here, these are my images. This over here just kind of takes you down to different parts of when you were entering your item. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna leave that. Here's where my orders are locked. So you can see this is all my orders that are going to pop up. This is who bought it, what's in it. You can click on any of these. So you'll be able to open it and you'll be able to see that Chelsea purchased, or this is her address, this is her email, and that email, when people purchase from you, it will automatically get logged into your emails, and I'll show you where those are. So you can send out mass emails to all the people that you have emails for in Squarespace. You can see that she used PayPal to pay, and that this is what she ordered. If I would have had a form in there, like say there were 2 different show times for Create 308, that would have showed up here too. Like, it would have showed up as to which date she wanted or which time she wanted to pick up, but there's only one. So that's not showing up, but that's where you would see that. Now, when somebody places an order on your website, when you set up your website, what's going to happen is you're going to have to obviously put in your personal information. You're going to put your name, your email address, et cetera, your business address, whatever. And so whenever somebody, like I see a Funny Farm, you submitted one of those on the farmer's market page saying that you were interested in the Zoom meeting. This is what it looks like. So whenever somebody submits a purchase on your website, whenever somebody subscribes to follow or wants to sign up for your newsletter or blog or anything like that, it's going to come to your email and it's going to look like this. And so this is what that looks like. When you guys sign up to be vendors, hold on, this is somebody bought their vendor fees. So that is what that will look like. So you'll see, this is what I get to show. This is Bella 2 Soaps, and she purchased 2 days at the Home and Builder Show. And so that is what that looks like. You can print these out for your records. You could save them into a file, so that way at the end of the year you can calculate all your earnings, etc. Let me look here, because I'm sure that I have. I'll show you. Oh, here we go. This is what it looks like when you guys, when new vendors subscribe. So like when you fill out that, so, you know, if you wanted to do any types of forms like that, that's what they're going to look like. And they're going to come to you to whatever email you designate it to. So what that looks like. Okay. If you want to, like sometimes when my subscribers were signing up, I would offer them discounts. This is where you would do that. So let's say you want to run a sale on your website or your Facebook and say, hey, enter this code in to get 10% off for the next 2 days or something. You could go into discounts and you could say percent off or $5 off or buy this, get one free or whatever. And you would be able to do that. So you could say, you call it whatever type of sale, and then you could assign a discount code. So you could say freeze dried 2025, whatever. You can name it whatever. And then you can say, I want to give them 20% off if they use that. I want to let them use that on any order, or I want to let them use it on a specific product, whatever. You can do that. And you can limit it one per customer. So, you know, they obviously could do it twice if they used another name or email address to purchase, but that is a way to exclude people from using it too much, this is where you put the dates that the sale is good for. So I hope you guys can see that like this website is pretty easy to use. I know it can seem overwhelming. And again, I am here to help in whatever way I can, but those are some of those types of things. So we showed you products. That's where you add products, discounts. I'm not for sure. This is if you wanted to design, and because they help you. So like you can buy custom merch through them and they'll help you design it, and they can help you do all of these different things. I've never done it, but they can help you design all kinds of things. Squarespace can, so this is where you can do that. This is content and memberships. So if I wanted to offer videos or courses, I would go to this. This is what I need to do for you guys, the vendors. I need to do a member site on there, so that way I can give you guys a login and then you can access things like this. But this is where you would do that. This is if you want to offer scheduling on there. I've only done it a little bit where I offered people to schedule like a free wedding consult, but I don't have enough time to have huge blocks of time open for people. Like hairstylists, they use this, things like that. But like if you do, you could definitely use this for scheduling. Again, donations, invoicing. So again, this is what I talked about the other day or earlier. It feels like the other day, but it was just a little bit ago. Anyways, the invoicing. So again, this is what I use, and this is what I will use for vendors if they don't pay. Like by the time that, like I said, by noon tomorrow, I want people to pay for the home show. If I don't get them by noon, then I can go here and I can hit create invoice and add new client. And I can say, I want to send Angie by and her email address here. Actually, I'm going to just put, this is my personal email, and then I'm going to hit continue. And yes, I want to update a new, wait, I don't think I wanted to do that. Continue. You already, oh, because it's my email address is already in there. Hold on. That's why. Okay, so anyways, if you, well, let's try that again because I want to definitely show you guys this. We're gonna do it again. And we're gonna say Angie bye, and we're gonna choose my business or where I work email address. We're gonna hit continue, and you're gonna see it's gonna pull up like a template for an invoice. And here, over here, you're gonna see I made it, this is the title of it, so that's what's said right here. If I wanted to change this and say invoice for create 308 or whatever I want to put, I can do that, and you can see now it's changed. If I want to put a different memo, I can say, you know, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. You know, you're such a good customer. I appreciate you so much. And you can schedule it to be sent at a certain time. If maybe you only want to send them on the 1st of the month or something like that, you can definitely do that. And here's where, so here's what this looks like down here. See this? And this is where you add things. So if I want to say this is for a business sponsor for the month of January, and I want to charge $250 for that, and I want to add taxes, you can click that. Or now you can see right now that it's for a business sponsorship. But then they also want to be a vendor. I could add that and say $25 to be in the home show this week. And now you will see that too. And you'll see that it's added it all up. And again, if you want taxes to be added into this, you're gonna have to go back where we just talked about, where you can add that extension to calculate taxes. I absorb all my taxes. I don't know what you guys do. I definitely report all my earnings, but I just absorb them. So that way I don't have to think around with taxes. So basically I just report all of my earnings on my tax return, and then they'll charge me for whatever taxes that I owe at that time. You can also pay monthly or quarterly, or if you have an accountant or things like that, they can help you with that too. So that's those. Marketing, they just added some of this. So you can with your subscription, all of this is free with it. See, here are the people that have subscribed. You can see there. So I can click this. These are the people that have entered their email address into here. I can say I want to send an email out to them saying I'm running a sale, and here's where you can design it. And again, you can like change the background to a different color. You can do all of these different things. And if you want to change like this, like your picture, you would just do this. Wait, no, that'd duplicate it. So this, if you see this, that'll duplicate the section. So if you want to add duplicates, or you want to make sure that it's like the same size as something, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to try to like hand, like, what am I trying to say? Manually do it. You want like all your pictures the same size. You could just keep adding these and then change the pictures. So that way you can keep consistent with what you're doing. And again, on here, like you could type in anything and different types of stock images will come up. I mean, you can even say flowers in a jar or, you know, whatever, wedding flowers. Like you can be pretty specific and it's going to pull stuff up for you. Like you can see, I can't scroll anymore. This is all it came up with. So like the more broad you are, the more things that are going to pull up, just like with any type of search that you do anywhere. But yeah, so you can definitely send out emails, mass emails to anyone that's subscribed on here as well. I mean, really for the price, there's not much better that you can do. And again, these are all kinds of the same things. Like you can send out an email giving somebody a discount, blah, blah, blah. Contacts, this is where every person is going to come up that has entered their information into your website. You can see that's where all of them are. And you can say, I want to add people. So maybe you want to manually add people into your list because you've gotten their email or contacts from other places. I want to create a campaign where I'm going to send all of them one of those emails that I designed myself. I would hit create campaign. And here it's going to say, it's going to give you choices of how you want it to look. And then you'll be able to edit it, do whatever you want. So that's that context. Analytics really just shows you how many sales you've had and how much traffic you've had to your website. So you can see mine has went up just because I'm selling those flowers at websites. But yeah, it'll show you like by the day. You can see all of these different things, how many unique visitors you've had, page views. You can see where your traffic is coming from. You can see that they've directly entered in your website into the search. They got it from Facebook or social media, you know, things like that. You'll be able to see that all here. And you'll be able to see here, it breaks down how many of my sales came from Facebook, how many of them came from direct search, etc. So that way you can kind of like target how, like you can see where you're being successful at. Like, hey, I'm really getting a lot of people through Facebook. I need to really focus on that. Things like that. This will show you kind of like where your customers are. And I think you can click on this even further and like it will like show you different areas. So obviously most of my customers, or all my customers are in Granite, and there are a couple other places. And you can always look at your sales too. This is again where it will show you that. It will show you like what product sells the most. This is because this was for something else, but you can see that it will show you which product is the best selling. Finance is where you hook up your stuff. So when you first hook up your website, you're going to go in here and you're going to connect your bank account. And so when you first do this, it'll say connect bank account and you'll do it. Mine obviously is already there, but you can see that. And you could say, oh, I want to do other types of payments. When you originally sign up, you can say, I want to accept PayPal, debit cards, you know, whatever you want to accept. You can also accept ACH, which means they can enter in their bank information, but they can only do that if the item is $250 or more. So, but there are different plugins that you can do I think they're working on adding Venmo in here too. So that way, when you check out, I'm over here on the front page again, on the front end. I'm going to go into my shopping cart, and you can see if I go to check out on Lily Rose, it's going to give me the option to pay with a debit card or PayPal. If you go into the farmer's market, if your item is like, let's say you are buying 3 stalls, it will let you enter in your like a season of 3 stalls for like $3.50 or whatever it is. It will let you add in your bank account info to just go ahead and take it out that way because it's over $250. Does anybody have any other questions? Is there anything like specifically I could answer for you? Anyone? Did anybody find this helpful? Hopefully. I hope it helped people.
I am gonna have to go back and watch this. I know it's gonna be helpful for me. My friend made my website, so I need to learn how to like edit it, you know?
Right. And most, because I've done Wix, I've done this one, I've done like a nonprofit one that was through like a nonprofit thing. And I did like a more professional one for when I worked at the crisis center. They're all pretty similar. So I feel like if you watch this, I don't know what she did hers through, like what kind of platform.
It was just
It should help
Squarespace.
you. Oh, it is Squarespace.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
perfect.
Squarespace, so
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
why I
most
really
of them
wanted
are
to
pretty
watch
similar.
this. Yeah.
Right. Because it
Shopify
is
is a good
really
one
easy.
too, I heard. Have you heard
For
of
a website?
Shopify? Shopify has
Well, yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also on this Squarespace, when I talked about different types of ways that people can pay, they just asked me today. So I'm going to show you. I'm back on the front end again. I'm going to pretend like I'm going to go buy this bouquet, and I'm going to show you that they just asked me recently to add other ways for people to pay. So you can see you can use your debit.
Yeah,
and
I
you can
saw
pay
that.
with Klarna. Yeah, you can pay with Klarna and interest. And on your side, as the seller, you get the full amount all at once. Klarna has to worry about collecting those payments.
Ooh,
You don't need to worry about it.
interesting. So
Yeah,
did you
so
explain the difference? Did you explain the difference between the personal and then the business and the commerce and then the commerce advanced?
Well, I don't really know.
Okay, so I'm
I
finding
think
out
the like
because I
this
started
is
with the
Allie talking,
oh
by the way.
sorry guys. Yeah, hi.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I started I have the personal and you can't sell on the personal. You have to get the business or the commerce package. So I'm about to upgrade and I've just got to figure out how to do it first. But yeah, you have to upgrade to sell
Well, can you
products.
see my Allie? Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, for some reason I can't hear you until this is on my phone right now. So I have to put the phone up to my ear. Hold on, let me see if I can get the volume up. I don't understand what's going on. But yes, I can see that.
Well, if you see, yeah, so these are all business ones. Because look, on all of these,
wait,
you
go
can
up
sell
really quick.
stuff.
Misty, go up really quick. The basic. Oh, this is different. Mine was just personal, business, or commerce, basic or advanced. This is different.
Yeah, go to squarespace.com/pricing and it'll come up with this.
Okay,
and you can pay
I will do
annually
that.
or monthly. But every single one of these levels allows you to sell.
Sweet,
So,
I'll have to look at that. Also,
yeah,
I have
just
to
look at the
apologize. I
differences.
thought I was on mute, and I know that my kid was just screaming just a second ago, so I do apologize, everybody.
That's okay.
I had you guys on. I don't know what happened, but sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I was just glad to know someone was listening to me.
Yes. No, and I'm going to have to go back and rewatch all of this because it's going to be super helpful.
Yeah, I mean, and also, if you have questions, I'm more than happy to meet you and help you or anything like that. So don't feel bad about asking me. But yeah, so it's really pretty simple. And I can show you quickly. I don't know if this will shut off because I said it would only be an hour and a half, so it might. But I can go show you. This is my dashboard again. So I can show you, this is the back end of the farmer's market. And you can see it's obviously all the same. And then it shows all the different tabs, and you can see like pretty soon, like we'll have the pets of the market back again. So we'll be able to reactivate that page, things like that. And that's all under the applications. Oh, that's what I should show you. So see this applications. These are the different things off of that. So like, here's the front end of the farmer's market. So if I hit like all of these, they're like single pages. But if I hit applications, you're going to see those choices. So if you wanted to create a page like that, let's say that we want to make the about page have more tabs to it, we would be able to do that here. And let me think. I got to think about how I did that.
Yeah, Mitzi, we'll definitely have to get together so I can help out with this website.
I'm trying to think. I need to remember how you add more, because you can add different, links down there. I have to think about that. But yeah, and obviously Squarespace has a YouTube channel, so if there's a specific topic, you can find that on there. They have really helpful like tutorials and things like that. Yeah, even if it's just a basic thing, I think it really, really helps lend credibility to your business to just show that you have something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
like
they also have a live agent. I think it's 24/7 that you can ask questions and they answer pretty quick.
Yeah, you can definitely chat with people too. Yeah, and they'll help you. Like if you want to pay them to help you design your website, they'll definitely do that. But it's pretty easy to do yourself. Allie, I showed them how to create their own logo on Canva for inexpensive, and then you can plug that into like your design, so it can like custom those colors for your choices to design your website. So you can design a logo, plug that into your website, and then it automatically makes those your colors for your business. So there's lots of easy things. So really, to create a logo, maybe $10. To get this website, the cheapest one, $16 a month.
Well,
so
you can also create a
and
logo on Canva too.
That's what I taught him. I taught him that.
I need to rewatch this. I need to stop talking. I'm sorry.
No, but that's what I mean, because Canva's the best. But yeah, so then you can just pay every month for your website. And obviously, if you want to have it stop for a while, you can too. And you can obviously unpublish your website at any time if you're going through a big change or you don't want people on it or whatever. You can just deactivate it for a while. But yeah, I think it's really helpful, really, really easy to use. They've added a bunch more options just since I've had it in the past 5 years, and a bunch of different payment options. What I was going to say when I lost my train of thought, obviously you're going to have credit card charges. So when people use credit card, you are going to get those charges that it shows on that page that's showing you the different rates. So like with this first one, you're going to get a 2.9% charge plus 30 cents for every purchase. This first one, again, it's going to also charge you another 2% for online store transactions. This next level up, that's only $23. It doesn't have that. So you're not going to have to pay anything more than this. And those are just credit card fees that everybody pays for. If they choose to pay with PayPal, the PayPal will charge, whatever PayPal charges. If they choose Klarna, I don't know. I've never had anybody use it, so I don't know. If they use their bank account, I don't think you get any kind of a transaction fee for that. So yeah, so those are all just different things. And again, just reach out to us if you have any questions, and we're going to try to do more of these Zoom series type things. And also, if any of you know anyone or any of you have specific skills that you want to share with other vendors, we can definitely work with you on your own Zoom presentation. So I'm glad that whoever is with me showed up.
Yeah, this is super helpful, and especially that it's recorded.
Well,
everyone can go back and rewatch it, and
right.
That's awesome.
Right. Well, and Araceli actually gave me the idea because she came and brought me a beautiful gift at Christmas, and she said, I really want to have a website, but I don't know how to start it. And I told her, I'll meet with you one-on-one. And then I started thinking, I might as well just teach everybody all at once. So thank you, Araceli, for bringing that up. And yeah, and I will, once this is over, I will share this recording and we will get it out to everybody so that way you can watch it. I hope it was helpful. I think it was. I know it would have helped me when I first started. So
Heck yeah,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
One
I'm gonna go ahead
question,
and go to bed.
Misty. One
Yeah.
question though. I know you probably already said this, but like every transaction that's made, I heard you say that some of them you don't have to pay the transaction fees, but which
Well, I
ones?
think
Oh,
no, I think that you always have to, because most people, okay, so here's what I was saying. So you can offer different ways that people can pay. For the majority of the time that I've had this, they only had PayPal option. And so a lot of my customers didn't have PayPal or didn't want to use PayPal or whatever. And so I ended up having to talk them through it. And then, that's just more of your time, and having them use Venmo and blah,
oh
blah, blah,
gosh,
blah,
I
blah,
know.
where this is where it's like all in one place. So now they're offering all these different ways. So now you can offer, debit cards. It's going to ask you when you set it up what all types of payment options you want to offer. So let's say you want to offer, PayPal, debit card, whatever. PayPal is going to charge you whatever PayPal charges for the transaction. Credit cards are going to charge you that 2.9 or whatever plan that you use, plus 30 cents per transaction. And I think that 30 cents goes to Squarespace, and then 2.9 goes to the credit card place. I think that Klarna probably has a fee for you, but I don't know what it is because I literally just signed it up this week. And then for purchases over $250, you can allow people to ACH to put their routing and all that in. And I don't know that they charge for that. I could be wrong. I did have somebody do that the other day, so I'll have to look into that. I'm not for sure.
Okay, because I know that you
Pretty
didn't
much
know.
always are gonna get-
What was that?
Yeah, I feel like you're pretty much always going to get charged for transactions. That's how they make their money.
Well, yeah, but when I was talking about the personal business or the commerce website, it says commerce doesn't charge anyone for transaction fees. So I don't know, just something to look into.
Right. I don't know. I don't know. I've only
I'll
ever
send you a
seen these
screenshot
options.
I'll send you a screenshot.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. But yep. So there you go. So I want to
Awesome. Well,
see all your
thank you
guys'
so
websites
much,
as you create it.
Misty.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, and if I can answer any questions at any time about anything that I've learned from being a vendor or selling things or anything like that, always reach out. I'm happy to help. I have no secrets. I will share anything I can.
Amazing. I'm
Yeah.
probably going to message you questions after I watch it.
Okay. Yep. And as soon as I figure this out, I will send it out to everybody so people who missed it can watch it, and you guys can rewatch it and have it available to you as you build to answer questions. But again, they do have an amazing YouTube channel. And if you go just to the Squarespace website, they have a lot of tutorials on there as well, like on specific topics.
Perfect.
And like Allie said, you can chat live with people. I did get hacked before Christmas. One of the things they did was change my password to this, and it took me a while to get it back. I was kind of disappointed in the fact that I pay for this every month, and that it was really hard to talk to a real person. Like there's not a lot of accountability, that you're paying for a service, and it was kind of hard to get somebody to help you. But it is fairly inexpensive, and it is easy to use. So yeah. All right.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you, everybody.
Misty.
Yeah, have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.